This is a mandatory alert from the Bureau of Student Welfare and Institutional Safety. Please read carefully. This is not a test. It started with 1 school, then 3, then 8. The reports came in from across counties, mostly rural at first, then spreading into the suburbs. The incidents all differed in details, but one thing remained consistent. They always began in room 313. If your school doesn't have a room 313, check again. Not the digital map, those have been scrubbed. Look physically. Ask the janitor, the substitute. Anyone who's worked at the school longer than 5 years. If they pause too long before answering or smile too quickly, stop asking. The room doesn't show up on class schedules, but some students end up there anyway. By accident, or so it seems. One sophomore in Pine Hollow High claimed she was headed to biology in room 204. She turned a corner, then another. She found herself staring at an unfamiliar door with a plaque that read 313 in faded brass. She pushed it open, confused. Inside, the desks were arranged in a perfect circle. The windows were painted on. She doesn't go to school anymore. No one talks about her. Her locker is still locked, untouched. But her name is still on the attendance list, read every morning. Someone always answers, "Here." You may not be in room 313, yet. But if the following begin to happen in your regular classroom, leave immediately. The smile pattern. Your teacher tells a joke. The class laughs. They smile. But then the room quiets, and the smile doesn't fade. The lips stretch, holding the curve too long. The eyes do not match the expression. If your teacher is still smiling 1 minute after everyone else stops, get up. Do not ask. Do not apologize. Leave the room. Audio distortion. When they call your name, does it sound slightly off? Not a mispronunciation. Worse. Too crisp. Too rehearsed. Like your name was recorded, then played back. If your name is said more than once in the exact same tone, same rhythm, same pitch, do not answer. Do not make eye contact. Look down. Check your bag. Tie your shoe. Fake a nosebleed. Anything. Temporal drift. Keep a watch, not a phone. Phones can be tricked. If the second hand pauses for more than 10 seconds or skips ahead without ticking, you are no longer in standard time. Multiple students have reported entire class periods lasting 5 minutes or 5 hours with no memory of the lesson. If you notice a poster change its wording when you're not looking directly at it, do not look back. That's not a typo. That's a signal. Look around your classroom, right now. How many windows does it have? Good. Remember that number. If tomorrow there's one more than usual or one fewer, tell no one. Leave as quickly as you can. If the window looks out onto a hallway instead of outside, it is not a window. If the light coming through feels warmer than it should, or pulses faintly like a heartbeat, do not sit near it. Move seats if you must. Desks may hum. You won't feel it at first. It's subtle, like vibration from a distant engine. If you notice it and no one else reacts, your desk is no longer grounded in the correct plane. Check the floor. If your chair legs cast no shadow, you've already begun to phase. A senior in Hawthorne Academy reported the sound of soft weeping coming from inside the whiteboard. He thought someone had hidden behind it as a prank. He was last seen pressing his ear against it. He never pulled away. Teachers may be compromised first. They are anchors in the system and often the first to shift. These signs are not immediately obvious. The following behaviors are escalation markers. They repeat instructions exactly 3 times, with identical wording and tone. They write on the board, but the marker makes no sound. If words continue to appear after they stop moving, leave. They hand you a test that already has your name, date, and answers. Do not touch it. Completing the test finalizes your replacement. They give you homework you don't remember learning. You won't find the material in your textbook. Don't try. It wasn't written for you. If they ask the class to close your eyes for a mindfulness moment, do not comply. Multiple disappearances have occurred during these quiet time exercises. One girl in Redford Middle opened her eyes to find her classmates all frozen, eyes closed, faces slack, unmoving. The teacher was no longer at the desk. She turned to the door. The knob was gone. She tried the windows. They opened into other classrooms, all empty, then into a forest, then a black void. The 4th time she looked, there was nothing at all. She blinked. She was back in her seat. The bell rang. No one noticed anything. but her left hand has been cold ever since. Administration has been briefed. Some comply, some deny, some smile too much. If a school-wide announcement is made that includes static, foreign languages, or a delay before the speaker talks, do not listen. Cover your ears. Humming may help. Do not trust substitute teachers without visible ID. Do not trust guidance counselors who ask how often you dream. Do not trust janitors who whistle the same tune every day, especially if it's reversed. If you are summoned to the principal's office but didn't do anything wrong, bring a friend. If they insist you go alone, do not go. One student recorded their trip to the office. The footage showed them walking into the hallway, but never reaching the door. At minute 6, the hallway looped. At minute 11, the lights began to flicker in Morse code. No one could translate it. At minute 17, the footage stopped. The phone was found in the trash outside. The student was never found. If you're reading this, you're already more aware than most. That's both a gift and a threat. The more you notice, the more the system notices you. The anomalies feed on attention. They flourish in obedience. If you pretend not to see them, they often leave you alone. For a while. But if you acknowledge them directly, ask questions, record video, take notes, they may accelerate your replacement. You'll know it's close when your handwriting changes slightly without you practicing. You dream of classrooms you've never been in, but recognize. You walk past mirrors and see yourself blink out of sync. You fail a test you never studied for, but your grade goes up anyway. In some cases, you will be offered a choice. It won't be phrased that way. It may come as a suggestion. Why don't you stay after class? Can you help us with something after school? There's a special program for students like you. Say no every time. You may be punished. You may be given detention. But detention is better than deletion. If the fire alarm rings but there's no smoke, run. If the hallway lights flicker in perfect rhythm, don't walk between them. Stay still until the pattern breaks. If a teacher you don't recognize smiles at you in the hallway and says, "You're doing better than the others," do not respond. Do not smile back. If you ever hear your own voice over the intercom, no matter what it says, do not follow its instructions. One final note. A student in Washington High, Marisol Reyes, age 15, left her classroom during a silent drill because the clock had stopped for exactly 3 minutes and 13 seconds. She walked down a hallway that had never existed on any blueprint. She entered room 313. Her friend said she walked in, and someone else walked out. That girl looks like Marisol. She knows everything Marisol knew. She goes to her classes. She smiles when spoken to, but she doesn't blink during photos. She doesn't breathe during fire drills. She got Student of the Month. Her parents say they're proud, but her dog won't go near her. You are not safe, but you are aware. If you're reading this and nothing feels wrong, wait. It will. Do not share this with anyone who smiles too quickly. Do not share this with anyone who doesn't blink during the pledge. And above all else, if you're called to room 313, don't go.